So, when last we left our group of adventurers, you had found your way from Milona up the trail on your way to, or through the Hoofed Pass, heading towards the final piece of the crook in Mount Kamiri. You made your way through the Hoofed Pass. You took a side little track to the Everrose tree where you got some more ingredients for Vaden and encountered somebody that you kind of roughed up a bit to get them to behave. Then you went to Mount Kamiri. You encountered some Yeti, made a Yeti onesie out of said Yeti. You almost killed a direwolf friend by accident. Vaden, you met somebody who is from the Rose Academy, a monk institute that you are interested in visiting since you're actually relatively nearby. Then you continued further up the mountains. Alcahest was whisked away by some Eric Cochran, a part of the Air Force, so that he could go speak with his sisters. Eventually you all, after encountering some giants along the way that you alerted the Air Force to so that they could go kill them, you continued up the mountain, ran into some drow that you eliminated rather swiftly and efficiently, and then eventually made your way up to the peak of Mount Kamiri where you met the Air Force, the Air Cochran army, and went inside and got a chance to speak with you and meet Alcahest's other sister, Lilith, the Warforged of Lolth. Some words were exchanged, not very pleasant. You guys went
Goddamn bitch.
You guys went on the final trial for Kuzma, supporting him along the way. You did a trial that in parts represented the life cycle, birth, life, and death, and also represented the commandments that Kuzma holds so near and dear to himself. The final one was death, where 4 of you experienced death because it is something maybe that you don't actively fear, but is always in the back of your mind, being mortal. Kuzma and Alcahest getting to meet Requiem, or Alcahest being reunited with Requiem, one of his younger sisters, the Warforged of the Raven Queen, offered a trade. Yasmorn's guaranteed life for Pavel's life. And as Vaden, Yasmorn, and Mendicus were brought back from this near death, Pavel slipped away from them. Kuzma crouched over Pavel's body, whispered a small prayer to Melora, and Melora granted him his soul and life back. Everybody having experienced this little piece of death. Making your way back into the Chamber of the Crook, Kuzma approached the final piece with Pavel and achieved this final piece of the staff, now holding the full crook. Plants began to grow through the ice, though not fully penetrating through it. Just much more vibrant and alive than they were before. Kuzma gave some final words to you all in an encouragement of, you help me do this, I will help you in your future endeavors. And that's where we pick up with you all in this chamber.
Kuzma, this is Ransom, but do you see those fish down there?
Da.
How you at handling the fish?
Probably fine.
Don't you see if you can just, pet a fish and grab a scale or two, just for old Alcahest.
Alcahest, what do you need the fish for?
I don't need the whole fish, just a scale or two perhaps.
Yeah. Let him do this. I want to see what happens.
Sure, I'll grab the fish for you, and I just dagger straight to the fucking head of it.
Oh my god.
Make an attack roll.
Alright, I'll use my...
I'll
use a dart. I'll use a dart to the head.
You guys like sushi?
Alright, fish have an AC of 13. What'd you get?
A
12.
12? I missed the dart.
And it's now at the bottom of this ice-cold water.
Vaden, perhaps you let me do. So before you said this was frozen, did it melt a little bit?
In certain spots, it's began to melt.
Okay.
When you grabbed that last piece of the crook, the fish kind of became more vibrant in their movement. And this specific spot over here, it's kind of cracked open a little bit. Though the rest of the ice seems solid to walk on. It's just like that one area begins to have this little flowing bit of water that the fish come up in.
Okay. I want to druid craft my hand into smelling like fish food. reach down to the water, kind of, get one to come over to me, and try to grab a few scales.
Okay.
Who's the
Good.
ugliest fish I've ever seen? What the fuck did you make?
What?
Look at that thing.
Oh.
Yeah, you put your hand in the water. They immediately begin coming up and sucking the dead skin off your fingers. Just.
I'm not eating that.
What was that?
I'm not eating that.
Yeah.
Why not? I bet it's pretty good.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check. At advantage, since you're being real good about getting them up there.
Yasmon, do you like fish sticks?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Makes you a gay fish.
Ah!
I don't get it.
See, because he likes fish sticks.
I don't get it.
He's a gay fish. He likes fish sticks.
And fish sticks are breaded, and
Yeah,
he's
it
not
makes
breaded.
Makes him a gay fish.
Kuzma, back on topic. You were able to get, with a 27, you're able to get 10 little clusters of quipper scales.
Here, Alcahest, take this.
This one fish is now bald, though happily sucking at your fingers. No,
Thank
I
you,
I assume you would get it from a cluster of fish that come up and begin getting at your hand.
Yeah. I'll just keep petting the fish until scales fall off and kind of collect them as I go.
Hey, why stop at your fingers?
Yeah, there's the hole. Yeah, it's kind of cold. If you can keep it up, I'll be impressed.
Where's Grimton when you need him?
Malort, not if Malort.
Wouldn't even need to bend over.
Yeah, Grimton would just go fishing.
You guys want to take a rest after all that, or do you want to leave? What do we want to do?
Look, I'm tired, but is this going to be the safest place to rest?
We got the birds people guarding this place. I don't know what's going to come up here.
I'm afraid they're gonna come shit in my mouth while I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I'm afraid that'd be a bad thing.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
It is warmer in here.
So, Kuzma, what can you do with that fancy stick now?
I think in time we shall see.
You should try and shoot some lightning from it.
Wait, you mean we walked all the way the fuck up here, and you don't
Yeah.
know what it does?
You can't
Wait a
show us a
second,
fancy
what?
trick with it?
Yeah, what the heck?
Do I remember anything I could do, or no?
Make a history check.
Let's see if we get the rolls.
But yeah, you guys see the Air Force coming in through the bottom at this point in time into the... Nice, a 22.
Perfect timing. You're gonna see Kuzma shoot lightning out of his stick.
Alcest, you know that Melora, being the goddess of life, her staff had mostly to do with healing. Most often, a druid or a cleric of Melora would be the wielder of the crook back during the war.
This,
Come on, Kuzma, show me something fancy.
the crook's really good for healing. I don't know if it can shoot lightning. I don't recall that.
Heal me.
What'd you say?
You could definitely heal up a vein. I mean, there's no. I mean, that doesn't take much.
I have this small little vial that probably 1d4. That'll heal a Vaden.
While you guys are talking, the center of the Aarakocra kind of speaks up and goes, "Are you all planning on spending the night here?"
We weren't sure. I mean, if it's okay, it seems like a safe enough place to rest. If not, we can leave.
Yeah, you're not asking like a weird way, right?
We are looking
We're not-
for long extended pillow talk later.
I don't like the sound of that, Yasmon.
But-
Yeah, I don't know about this place.
We just wanted to be sure, so we could be sure to bring you food and blankets and pillows.
Oh, yes, of course. We're staying the night, right, Alcahest? And I nudge him.
Yeah, sure, I don't fucking care.
A pillow.
But we usually eat moose.
We will leave the food
Fish
unprepared for you then, since we do not know of the smoosh.
Perfect.
It's not
You should
smoosh.
try in morning.
Smoosh.
Very good.
That is what we said. We said moosh.
It's not mush, it's moosh.
No, Pavel, it's mush, not moosh.
It's not moosh, it's moosh.
We are going to get your food now. Please. We will... What, is there
I'd like a
anything-
live squirrel while you're at it. A snow rabbit, if anything.
We will find small game for you.
Yeah, bring the
Yes.
white ones.
Make sure it's still alive.
Are we in the position?
The fear adds flavor.
Would we make a request like this?
What was that, Yasmorn?
We in the position to be making these requests?
They asked.
Yeah, they literally just said, what do you want?
Well, in that case,
I could catch up with them real quick, Yasmon. What do you want?
Can you catch up because you're fast?
What does that mean?
He's a monk.
Pavel?
You're a monk. You're fast. Shut up.
what do you give me something like a well-seasoned kind of but something that doesn't harm too many animals. You know, maybe something vegan.
We are in the early spring. Getting anything out of season would be difficult.
What the fuck is vegan?
We will be back.
It was this fad that tried to a fad diet that tried to start off when I was younger, but I thought that it died off. I mean, there was an inferior diet.
They were so malnourished.
Yeah.
I think it had so many vegans in the war. I mean, I think both sides did. So
Is that why you're so skinny, Alkahest?
I don't eat. What do you mean?
Neither do vegans.
If somebody polymorphed into a plant and you ate it, is that a vegan?
No.
I think it has to do
Pop will
with-
take 2 points of psychic damage.
That's a
I'll
real
do that.
that's a real
That
conundrum.
kind of hurt my brain in real life.
I think it has to do with
He
how many
actually took it.
children you eat. I remember vegan at the orphanage had to do with children.
Okay, so do you guys want to do anything else before you go to bed? Otherwise, you brought food. You are brought, actually, you brought 2 snow rabbits, a albino squirrel, and a
All alive?
yes, all alive, and a small young deer.
I'll use the alchemy jug and turn and produce that ketchup. Medikit likes 2 gallons of it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go, friend. Some ketchup. That's you were asking for.
Pavel, can you hold this this deer still for me?
I would like to grab it by its throat and hold it in the air.
Good, good. A little tighter. A little tighter. Quack! Quack!
Can,
Wait, are you beating it while it's alive? That's even
he
pretty.
quickly.
That's even sick for me, man.
I'm beating the deer with the snow rabbit.
You know, this
Can
may
I-
be the episode that makes us famous because this is the episode that PETA is going to get a hold of.
This is fucked up, man.
I would
Excuse me,
just
you're
like to try
allowing
and-
this?
can I just take my rapier out as he's hitting it and stab it in the chest?
Yeah. Do you want to do that subtly so he doesn't see it?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
go ahead and make me
damage
a
is
sleight of
done,
hand check.
Pavel.
Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check. This is going to be against your passive perception, Vaden.
Yeah, you don't. I see that shit hard.
Yeah. No, well, you barely see it. So you do see him like sticking the
passive-
rapier in, and then
Yeah, I guess.
because
So.
your passive's like I think it's 16. So yeah, you see the deer stop moving and
No. My passive perception is the one to the right of the +6, correct?
He's like a 20 because mine's an
Yeah,
18.
mine's 21.
Yeah, his is high as shit.
Oh, that's right. That's right because you took that feat. Yes.
I have observant.
Yep.
Well, I don't give a fuck if you see it or not.
Yeah.
No, as he does it, I say the damage is done, Pavel. It's already
Yeah,
already
yeah.
suffering.
37.
You
37 wax
must
in.
kill quickly. You must kill quickly, like
All
Pavel
right.
showed you just now.
Okay, and then after they're both dead, I'll just drag them over here on the stones and just mash them against this post.
Ashton?
Yeah, just mash it all together.
Yes.
And I save a couple small bones from the rabbit for Kuzma, of course.
Yeah. Still putting those into my
Oh,
leather.
yeah. How many bones do I get from 2 snow rabbits, a deer, and whatever else you said?
Honestly, plenty.
Okay.
And
Does
between
he have a full
Alka-
jacket now?
Yeah, between between Outcast and Kuzma, if Outcast was to help tonight, you could sew the rest of those in and have a fully functioning studded leather armor, but instead of metal, it'd be bones.
Who needs help? I can return the favor for Yeti. Once it's
Oh.
me with.
Thank you very much. Just need
Yes, can I
more
have
bones.
the antlers? If it's all possible?
I toss
Oh
him the
yes,
antlers.
take.
Great on the onesie.
Yeah, because Kuzma from the last animal that he got, the I think antelope. You actually put those smaller than these. Well, this is a baby.
Yeah,
This is young.
on his
deer, so you got
shoulders.
like little nubs.
I'm okay with the nubs on there. The Yeti nubs
Where do you put them?
on top.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's going with
horns,
the
yeah.
nipple. I'm going with the nub.
Do you think that I can have one of the rabbit's foots?
Sure. If it's not already mashed, I'll search for it in the pile and throw it to him.
I think we're getting some good style in this group.
What was
The
that,
next
Outcast?
woman is going to love this.
Just make sure you dry it out. Don't give it to her wet, Pavel. It's
Why? It's just going to get wet.
It's very wet. I mean, don't go and dry.
Okay, so do you guys do anything else disgusting tonight, or not disgusting?
What do you
I'm
mean?
gonna
We're just
rotate my
making mash.
infusions.
What was that, Outcast?
I'm gonna rotate some infusions, so I'm gonna go back to Minikis and infuse his ring since it lost its charge. It won't gain a charge until he wakes up in the morning, but I'm re-infusing it since it dropped.
thank you.
So, getting to see the difference in your ring, when he taps on it, there's like this almost like swirling light blue motion kind of making its way around the ring. That you remember when it was fully charged, it was actually much more solid all the way around. So, must mean that it's charging.
Must.
Sadly, it's going to take until the next dawn to be recharged, but you'll have it tomorrow.
Alrighty. Between the armor and the ring, would anyone else like to accomplish anything? Kuzma, do you need me to give you access to studded leather armor?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, no. That's what I was asking. Yeah.
This is the best armor I can possibly get now.
Besides magic armor, sure.
Oh, I didn't know the thing.
Yeah. You could have a magic +1 studded leather armor that gives you +1 to your AC kind of thing.
I can give you +2 at level 10.
Yeah, your bracers.
I can go over his chest piece.
Would anyone else like to accomplish anything tonight?
Jacking off, maybe?
I assume every night that you do that.
Are you doing it in the pile tonight? Are you going on by yourself?
This time I may actually find a spot to do it away from everyone.
Roll an
I miss the
investigation
rhythm
check.
as I'm, zoning up there.
I think it would just be a kind thing to do.
Roll investigation, Yasmorn.
I feel like Yasmorn usually goes away. Last time I remember, which I don't remember much, he was inside the house where the bedroom was with the
Right,
moldy
you don't
bed.
remember much.
I feel like he masturbates in the group sometimes while others sleep.
I feel like
Is
as
that
long
why
as you
my
continue
hand
to
is
not
sticky
remember much,
sometimes?
it'll be good.
I was just gonna say, my fur always sometimes gets clumped.
Yeah, this is a loincloth with the mage hand and does it
You have to use the wet wipes, Pavel.
at the same time,
I am not a sock.
Yasmorn, you feel pretty secure over here.
Hey man, I can see you over there.
I look at him directly in the eyes and continue.
Power move.
You're
Keep
fa-
going.
I would like. I want to whip mine out and start jerking off towards him too.
Oh no, he countered with his own move.
Guys, can we not? Alright, I'm just
Roll
gonna
it. Oh my god.
roll performance
night
both
is
of you.
Roll
very long.
initiative.
Roll performance.
Let's turn the whole story into this.
Can we just sleep?
Yeah, Kuzma was the first story arc. This is the second story.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all sleep and eventually wake up the next morning. No air Cochrane in sight. You guys can go ahead and officially take your long rest. So you guys have the entire day ahead of you.
Hey, Outcast, do you think you can get them to let us ride those chairs down?
I mean, I don't know if I have that special privilege all the time, or if it was just because they were worried about what my sisters were doing, or if you herself told them to do it.
Yeah, you there. I'm
I
trying to
tried.
get to the north of this mountain.
You there. I'm trying to finish.
This guy, right in the middle, just points northwards. That would be that way.
Well, what is the easiest way of getting down there?
With
So you guys have your
wings.
fancy tricks?
Yes, we fly down the mountain. It is rather quick.
Well, is there a snow slide?
Why would we need a snow slide when we can fly down the mountain? I guess to answer your question, no.
Well, what is the best route for a snow slide? I'm sure you've seen it as you're flying above.
There is no direct snow slide down, for that would compromise the safety of the sanctuary.
That's very, very, very not fun.
We are not about fun here in the Air Force.
Maybe you should try it every now and then. You wouldn't be some grumpy.
We do have fun. You are currently walking in our shit.
I'm
That
just
is a
going to.
joke. Sorry, was that Outcast?
Aren't you
Going to
walking
keep
in your
going.
shit?
Oh, we would be happy to carry you down the mountain as we were instructed.
Ah, yes, there we go.
But
That's the easiest way I was talking about. Why couldn't you just say that at first?
because it is not the easiest way. The easiest way would be for you to fly yourself down.
Do you see wings back here? I could jump high, I can't fly.
Hey guys, I don't know about you, but the ground really smells, and I'm starting to suspect something.
Whenever you all are ready, we will fly you down the mountain.
I think we're ready for the most part, as long as Kuzma joins.
Hey, Vane.
Nah.
Yes.
Ask them if they've seen that little statue you're looking for.
Ah, yes, have you seen anything that looks like this? And I pull it out and show it.
No, we have not seen anything like that.
Can I roll a insight check?
Absolutely.
Lying bastard.
Maybe he
Ah.
stopped being so mean to him.
He seems pretty forthright as far as you can tell.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll take your word for it.
You don't really like most other humanoids, do you?
It's very much not in my nature, of course, but I try hard to change that. Maybe I'm not doing such a good job.
Tolerance takes a long time. I mean, ignorance is hard to teach against.
So eventually, 6 chairs are brought down, one for each of you. Would you guys like to do anything before leaving?
My chair not metal, right?
No, they are all made from interwoven vines.
Interwoven from what?
This is
You
random, but if you
Yeah, I
guys
just lost
have
everything, too.
ways to communicate, and if it's all, if you're interested in it, I'd be very interested in when that egg hatches, if you guys don't mind. If you don't want to, contact me, it's fine, but I've always been a fan of dragons.
We have direct connections to your sister, though we would have no way to contact you besides flying across the continents.
Wait, you don't have a book of text messaging?
I am not 100% sure what that is.
I don't know if you had the spell sending available. It was just, just a stab in the dark.
We only have a small journal that we write in to you. And once we write in it, she seems to get it and then write back.
Oh yeah, that's the book of text messaging.
Oh, we actually call it AIM. Anacochran Instant Messaging.
Yeah,
It's like mountain.
this fucking mountain sucks. Let's get out of here.
But yes, we will alert you that the egg has hatched, and if she so chooses, she will contact you.
It's
How
fine.
will she
You-
contact herself?
What? Hold on. Contact who? Us? Or you?
You.
Yes, how will she contact
What?
herself? That's my question. I believe
Let's just
Kuzma
go
is
walk
struggling
away.
as well.
I believe Alcahest has figured this out. Where are you going, Alcahest?
Just, I've heard this joke for 100 years. It's fine. No, I mean, who doesn't like the joke? It's older than I am.
What joke are you talking of?
Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
does that mean use your older sister?
No, but it's a joke. It's a very old. I mean, whose favorite part of the egg isn't the yolk? I get it though.
What?
I like the
Kuzma, you're
white stuff.
speaking in code. I do not
All
understand.
right.
Not the shell, but like
Just-
the white stuff around it.
All right,
Yeah.
30 minutes into doing nothing, we're going to go ahead and fly you guys down the mountain.
What do you mean nothing? I have bone-studded leather armor now.
You have bone set leather
yeah.
armor. We've talked about boners.
Hey, I slept.
Yasmorn has slept in the cave.
I slept very well.
How do you feel, Neil Pavel? Really good after being on second life? Third life?
It's definitely my third, and I feel pretty good.
Great. Mandicus, I know not how to please you. You not like down low basement, you not like mountain top. Like, where do you want to be?
I mean, right here is fine. Like sea level.
So after about a 3-hour flight down the mountains, and I mean it is gorgeous, you are kept about 100 feet above the tree levels. They fly fast, but not too fast, about 5 Aarakocra per chair. They fly fast enough that you get a little bit chilly, but not frostbitten, and low enough that you can see some game animal running around. The occasional deer, rabbits, squirrels. The squirrels are probably a little bit hard to see. You actually fly over a small Yeti village at one point in time. And eventually you all are let down beside the mountain range, probably about 2 miles outside of the mountain range. And they tell you, if you head straight north of here, you will reach the cliffs of the Rose. If you climb those, then you will find the Rose Academy. This is as far as we are permitted to take you.
Thanks for the ride.
You are welcome, Sir High Elf.
I've prepared a different spell.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
long rest.
And I've prepared a speech. No.
Speech.
This has been a fantastic ride. We very much thank our bird-dwelling friends, despite the fact that we don't quite understand what the hell y'all are.
Alrighty.
Never know where a bird's person wants to understand.
And you all...
Alright, is it Kuzma or Vaden leading the way this time?
I know the way. It's not far.
Do you
believe-
have one?
Well, speaking with the other guy, he kind of told me where it was. And also, we were just fucking flying in the air. I'm pretty sure I would have seen the damn temple. No? Depending
Worth
on
a
how
try.
I'll let you make a perception check, because it is still, like as you saw, 13 miles away.
Clear skies.
Yeah, I guess the weather was clear skies. With a 21. I will say 13 miles away, a few hundred feet up. You did, at one point in time, think that
Cry
you saw
yourself to sleep.
thought that you saw the outline of a building.
I mean, since the land doesn't slope, it's flat. It's flat Deitas. So, I mean, we should be able to see forever, right?
Is this world flat?
Is it flat Earth?
I think I edited that out of the last session. I was like, I don't fucking. I was like, I don't feel like dealing with this shit. But yeah, I did make a joke about it there, it being flat.
Comrades,
Deitas.
I believe that I saw remnants of a building this way.
Well, Vaden, would you like to be on my shoulders as I do with Kuzma?
I don't know. What will
love,
that help?
I would love that.
I feel like you would have an advantage of seeing further than knowing which way we need to go.
Wait. What if I
Okay,
get
so
on
I
your
make
shoulders?
another perception check with me on his shoulders.
No,
at
this would
advantage?
be survival at advantage to see how quickly you make the journey.
Oh, sure. Of course, Pavel. Let's do this. Jump up, stand on his shoulders, and roll survival
Yep.
at advantage.
Yep. Nice, an 18. You are able to weave through some of the slow slopes relatively successfully, and you all arrive at the base of these cliffs that I will explain in a moment at around 3 p.m. So there's still plenty of daylight, and you come over this final hill, and you can see this cliff about an hour's walk out from where you are. And it's almost like when you were approaching the Everrose tree, in that it is just like a wall of red. And it's not until you get closer that you realize these are almost like, not rose bushes, but like rose vines that have grown up this cliffside. There's a cliffside sitting about 50 feet tall.
Isn't it beautiful, Kuzma?
And it is purely rose vines. Now, you also notice as you get close enough that these vines are outlined in sharp thorns, as a rose stem would be.
I don't believe we should touch these. It might be sacred to the Academy.
Oh, I should not try and whip a hole through it.
Exactly. Exactly what you said. You should not try. So,
Alright,
just to be clear, the entire cliffside is just thorny rose bushes?
Top to bottom.
Fuck it. I'll climb that shit.
Okay. If you're trying to avoid the thorns, make me
Nope.
Okay.
Can I tie I have two 50-foot ropes. Can I tie them to Vaden as he climbs? Before he climbs?
If he will let you.
Yes, I will let him. And, I mean, okay, I will not slam my hand on thorns, I guess. I will say.
That's not what I heard.
Yeah, that's what
I mean, I'm trying to climb this very quickly, so if you want me to make a performance check...
Not a performance check, but if you'd like to make a sleight of hand check to kind of avoid the thorns, and then an athletics or acrobatics check, I'll let you decide. Oh yeah, okay, 21, yeah. This is, depending on this next roll, will determine how many you take. You're only going to take 2d6 points of piercing damage as you make your way up. No, I got it. Because otherwise you did actually a pretty good job. So you take 9 points of piercing damage as you climb up. Occasionally, like you seeing no other way than to place your hand on these thorns and just kind of grab it around some of the tinier thorns and pull yourself up. But otherwise, you get to the top. You can see off. Huh?
How does the rope do? Does it, I guess, fray at any points during?
No, I assume it's like hanging off your back, so it's not really an issue. But you get to the top and you can see this large, like, flat farmland ahead of you. And then you can see this small compound made of wood that has been built up maybe a quarter mile away. And it seems to be one large wooden structure.
Do I see a tree nearby?
No.
Do I see any large stone nearby?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Not from your current vantage point.
Okay, I will manhandle the rope and tell them to climb.
Who's going first?
I will go first. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, not me.
Kuzma, why don't you come up here since you're the lightest?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I calm down.
Okay, everybody go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check at advantage, because you are helping on the way up. I assume you're going up in the smartest order, so the heaviest guy goes last.
Well, Vaden already went up.
This isn't, this won't hurt my boots, right? Because you know what, Barry, I'm gonna take my boots off.
Just rope burn all over your feet.
No, I mean like climbing the. I guess climbing. I thought we were like climbing with our foot against the wall, but.
Oh, I mean, you
know
can use
what I
the
mean?
rope.
Yeah.
I guess you could.
Alcast and Pavel, you both take 8 points of damage. Alcast, you had 3d6, and Pavel, you had 2d6, but they ended up being the same amount. Just as occasionally. What was that?
Just minus it off.
Yeah, just go and subtract it off. But that's as you're climbing up, you just kind of misplace your foot a couple times, and the rose thorns just stick into the bottom of your foot. But But otherwise, you were all at the top of this cliffside.
Nice visual.
Thanks.
Yeah, and it stuck with me.
Go fuck yourself. But at this point in time, sorry, what was that?
Nothing.
Okay, but all of you can currently see off in the distance this wooden compound and some farmland leading up to it, about a quarter mile away. About a quarter mile of farmland, and then a few silos in the distance, and then the wooden compound.
Now, before we approach the compound, comrades, I do not want to make a bad impression on these folk.
Well, you
And
want
I
me to
look
stay behind?
directly at, well, everyone but Kuzma, I guess.
No,
Fuck you.
No, I said an outcast. Everyone.
I was like, fuck you.
No.
I know how to talk to Southern folk.
I stare directly at Yasmorn and Mendicus, most likely.
I'm good at talking to these Southern folk. Just let me talk. I can talk to the Southern
No,
folk.
yes, you can talk. You can talk. Just don't talk about the orphanage, please.
Well, everybody wants to
Wait,
hear about the orphan. What do
They
you
have
mean?
orphans here?
Probably they're monks.
Most of them.
Well, that's
Well,
awesome.
We can recruit more members for our army.
Yeah, they'll even be like already fully trained.
They are civil people, from what I understand.
A civil army is a strong army.
Anyway.
And I'm gonna hug the stuffed cat, and it turns into a kitten for 8 hours.
Yes, Pavel, that is perfect. Act just like that.
Pavel,
And
this
I'm
is
gonna put him
right.
on my shoulder.
Do
I just
you,
hope he doesn't
sorry.
throw it.
do you have a magical weapon, Pavel, that you use on the regular?
No, I use my whip and rapier most of the time, but I do have a frost lance.
Do you mind if I put my radiant weapon infusion on your rapier?
As long as that's not sexual, because I don't know those words.
Nah, it'll just give you like a +1 to attack and damage, and you can blind people if they hit you.
Yes.
That sounds pretty cool.
You just need to attune to it for like 30 minutes.
I'm sure we'll be here for more than 30 minutes. Anyway, I start approaching the compound.
Alright. As you approach the Rose Academy, when you're in about a football field's length away, you hear this a welcoming, sounding like drum sounds coming from inside. As you continue to approach, I probably should preload that, but whatever. You guys approaching the front, you see Full Hilt, the Goliath, and this old-looking man step out towards the edge of the compound, and eventually they step out. The old man with a small smile on his face, dressed mostly in all red. And Full Hilt standing there shirtless, baggy pants on, as you all approach.
Ah, Full Hilt.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I am well. How are you?
Doing better than Kevin.
What happened to Kevin?
We got in a fight with some Yetis.
I had not heard from him. After the meditation, I came back to my home.
He escaped
Mostly
alive, no
fine.
problem.
He's doing fine. Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's doing that.
I'm gonna punch Yasmore in the side before he says anything else.
Yeah, hey, excuse me, I gotta go puke.
He stepped on one too many of those thorns. Blood makes him sick. Sorry.
The old man at this point in time kind of speaks up. He says, you must be the Yellow Canary monk that Full Hilt told me might be coming by. And you see him like squinting in your direction. He steps forward, and he puts out his hand to actually like shake your hand, which is a little abnormal for monks, but he says,
I will, shake his hand.
He says, I am Chorus Nuck. It is a pleasure.
Choris?
is a pleasure to have one of the Yellow Canary at our academy so soon.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I've looked forward to coming here. But what do you mean by so soon? Were you expecting me later?
No, we just had 3 Yellow Canaries leave, but 2 weeks ago.
Really? Do you know who they are? Did they say where they were going?
I believe they were heading towards one of the other schools. Though I did not ask. Did not seem important. They came, did their training, got their sash, and left.
Of course.
I apologize for being rude. Please step into our home. And they both kind of make way for you guys. You will see several young children kind of running about. You see occasionally a older individual, ranging in ages from like 15 to like mid-20s. And obviously it depends on their race, may change that as well. Occasionally, you do see an older individual walking about as well.
Hey,
Yes.
is this like a boots on or boots off kind of place?
Well, I have mine on. I would put yours on.
Okay.
Most of them are barefoot, but yeah.
Unless you are training, you do not need to take your shoes off.
Okay.
Hey,
I didn't know if it was rude to keep them on, so I'm gonna keep mine on.
hey, Vic,
Yes.
is this a cock out type event?
Not at all, Yasmar. Not at all. Go to the bathroom if you must pull it out.
Okay.
Full Hilt, will you show that young human where the bathroom is? Happily.
This is Gnome.
Yes. Sorry, he is.
Will you show the human named Gnome where the bathroom is?
No. You. What's his name? Chorus. This. He is a gnome. You see.
Very tall gnome.
Yes, he's very tall gnome.
Make a persuasion check to kind of get your point across to him.
Both of us?
Jesus Christ. He doesn't need it.
Never mind.
I apologize. My vision is going, young
Yes,
gnome.
Yasmon, you see he's squinting some. No problem. Anyway, thank you, Full Hilt, for showing him
It
the
is
restroom.
of no problem. Please, Yasmor, follow me.
Alright.
He literally just like walks up here and like motions. You will see inside a small handle. You will pull that. There will be a lever that pops out, and when you pull that, your excrements will vanish.
Oh, man, I hope I can remember
Do
everything.
not put any of your body parts in there.
Okay.
Repeat that last part for me.
Do not put any of your body parts inside the toilet.
Perfect.
Turlet.
Thank you.
God damn it!
I have heard that with my observant feet.
I mean, Full Hilt wasn't being quiet.
Oh yeah, we're going to have to rescue that motherfucker. He's I'm stuck.
Where are you going, gnome? It is over here.
Bathroom.
You walk in. You walk into this room, and there are 2 monks wearing different shades of red, currently like circling about each other, occasionally lunging with kicks and punches and sweeps, until one of them grabs a hold of the other one, grabbing him by the neck lapel and his belt, throwing him up and over and slamming him into the dirt. This dust coming and trickling down around them. When you see this younger, maybe mid-40s, halfling female sitting on a small, like, what's that called?
Bleachers?
Bleachers, yeah, almost like wooden bleachers. And you see her nod. Again! Do it again! And as you walk in, yeah, she turns towards you. Can I help you?
How do you get to the bathroom from here?
Marzin, come in here. Yes?
Uh-oh.
And this little girl, a young gnomish girl, maybe around the ages like 10. How can I help, Sensei? Will you show this individual to the bathroom, please. Yeah, yeah. And she like reaches out her hand. I'll show you.
Don't touch me. Hey, do you know your parents? We might be related.
No, I never met them.
God damn it.
And she
Wait,
points. She points right fucking here. This is the toilet.
You come from an orphanage by chance?
I don't know what that is.
We might have the same dad.
May I ask, what your role is here, sir?
Who are you talking to?
Talking to Choris Nuck.
I am the headmaster here. I run the entire school.
Well, I came here to learn your ways.
Yes, as many of all of the schools do. It is always a pleasure to have one of the canaries here.
May I ask why it is such a pleasure to have the yellow canaries here?
You all truly excel in your fighting prowess. We, as monks in general, are quite skillful in combat, but the canaries are especially impressive with their hand-to-hand combat.
I see. Well, if it isn't much trouble, I would like to get started immediately.
We will begin first thing in the morning.
Of course.
For tonight, we will... No, there's that's not too short of notice. We will let the cooks know, and they will prepare a small gathered feast for us.
Do you mind taking special requests? It isn't much
not.
of one.
Do you not eat the standard monk diet?
I do not believe so. If you will,
You do not take
just...
your food and mash it, and then just serve it raw. I'm joking.
well, yes. I mean, actually, of course I do. That is what I've always done.
What is your special request?
I would request that you just mash all the ingredients together, if you don't mind.
Could you, if you are much more talented in the cooking arts, maybe explain to me the difference between stirring and mashing?
Yes, of course. Well, if you stir it right in a pot, you just go round and round in circles. Well, mashing, you take it out of the pot, and you just mash it with your fists all together, and just create this kind of paste. It goes down the gullet quite easily.
Or head.
Or head, yes. Any body part will do. But, you know, it's really, whenever I'm feeling froggy, I use my head. Anyway, don't worry about it. I will do it on my own plate.
Will you do it on my plate too, Wade?
Shh. Yes, I will.
Okay.
What can you do for me too?
Yes, I'll do it for all of you.
We
Don't worry.
will do it for everybody. Everybody shall eat as the canary does.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Full Hilt will show you to your resting chambers and to the cafeteria. You will join us 1 hour before sundown.
Perfect.
We will have a story time after that, as is tradition.
Well, thank you for your hospitality. Full Hilt, always good to see you.
Hey, kid.
Full Hilt, will you show them to the cafeteria in their rooms? Of course. Yeah, if you want to talk to the kid, you're welcome to.
Hey, what, when's it gonna be full moon next?
Full moon was 3 days ago.
Alright, perfect. Thanks, kid.
No problem. Alright, as you all begin to walk off, Choris Nuck puts his staff out in front of you, Alcahest. He says, "It is a pleasure to have another Warforged here. Your sister, Serenity, was here 5 days ago."
Do you know which way she went?
Is anyone else in earshot?
I mean, with my perception, I'd say I could hear them, maybe?
Well, he's trying to like wait for you all to leave and head around the corner with full hilt. So it's up to
no,
you.
God
I'm
damn it,
following
Yasmor.
behind.
What did you do in there? Jesus Christ.
Hey, look, man, look. It's been a long journey. I haven't gone since I've met y'all.
I don't believe any of us are within earshot.
As soon as Yasmorn rounds the corner, he says, "I apologize. I just wanted to wait for them to leave. She is still in the compound, doing research. She told me to tell you she will meet you after the story time. Just meet her back in this entrance hall."
Thank you, sir.
Of course. Just hang a right. Obviously, you saw where they went. Full Hilt should be slowing down right about now to see where you are. And as you round the corner, Full Hilt is actively like turning around, looking, sees you, and says, "Oh, perfect. So right here is the great hall where we have meals when other monks from other monasteries come to visit. Up these stairs, you will find your chamber. Feel free to relax, wander the compound, and join us for dinner 1 hour before sundown. Chorus Nuck doesn't wait for meals. He actually gets rather hangry very quickly."
Well, he's in for a treat. If they prepare it, like I said.
The cooks will be informed, and if they get to mash something with their fists, I'm sure they will do a fantastic job.
Beautiful.
And he bows to you and then walks away. If you guys would like to do anything in this place, you are welcome to. If you wander around, this is actually a small vegetable garden.
Wait, we zoom out where?
Right there. That is a small vegetable garden with actually a couple baths in there. That there are occasionally like a monk will come in there and lay down, get in the water, kind of bathe off, and then walk out. Monks are like in and out all of these different places. I just kind of left it all open so there's not any block off, so it's kind of easy to travel between for you all. There are many different like training areas. Like in this spot, there are these two young kids. They're kind of like training back and forth while Full Hilt watches. Obviously, Yasmorn stumbled into where two monks were actively sparring. Yeah, there's a lot of training halls. Occasionally you walk in on some like stone slabs that look like beds that people seem to be staying in. Overall, this is a very humble area with many different baths across the place. Anywhere like this is just a bath throughout it.
I want to walk in on the training here.
Can we take a break here?
Yeah, sure, we'll take.
Okay, yeah, we can go take a quick break. It's fine.
All right.
Alrighty, we'll be back then. Vaden, you walk in and you see this same young gnome that Yasmorn walked in on earlier, watching. Sorry, not young gnome, a young halfling watching these two individuals spar. One of them is a wood elf, the other one is a human, and they're just sparring back and forth, drenched in sweat.
Hello there.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Hey.
What is it? What is it?
Hey, do you have any of those leaves from that tree in Melora's Funland?
You mean the
ones that-
peppermint one?
Yeah.
If you
Can I have
don't
those?
mind being a little bit quieter, we're trying
Sorry.
to train. It's alright, just take your conversation outside the training dome.
I
Yeah,
quietly hand him a peppermint leaf.
Not any more than that.
Okay, I hand him, because I have 10 fistfuls, I hand him a fistful.
2 fistfuls.
Please, step out.
I hand him 2 fistfuls just for him to leave.
Pablo, follow me.
I look as I bow in apology.
She extends her hand to you and says, "I am Hita." Heta, Hita.
Heta?
Yep.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Vaden of the Yellow Canaries.
You do not wear a sash of the Yellow Canary. Why is this?
Well, that is a good question. I have not earned it in my own eyes. But I also have not visited the monastery of the Yellow Canaries.
Who is your instructor?
My instructor was Madur. He trained me on this continent.
The name does not,
He was trained by the great Gondli himself.
Yeah, I know Ganli. I do not know all of his students.
Well,
Impressive,
I wouldn't
though.
expect you to.
I highly doubt that he has heard of me either. There are many students of a master. Choris Nuck is the master of this school, if you have not met him, though I assume he showed you in.
Yes, he did.
Oh, it is a pleasure to meet you.
You as well.
And she extends her hand. Again, weird, because Mador never shook your hand. He always had a particular kind of bow towards you, but this seems to be something that just kind of happens at this school.
May I ask?
Make me a perception check real quick before you do,
okay.
and then you can ask a question depending on how you roll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you feel when they shake your hand, and you realize that Choris Nuck, probably when he did it much lighter. You feel this very faint pressure on your thumb, between your or not on your thumb, but like at the base, like at the meat of your thumb, between your thumb and your forefinger.
May I ask, Ita, what is all this hand shaking about?
I apologize. I am new to being a sensei. And she takes your hand in hers and she turns it over, the back of it up, and she runs her finger between each of your the joints of your fingers, following the muscles and back, not the muscles, but the bone back. She's in between each of these are pressure points that cause, and she like dances her fingers on them, just sending a little bit of a pain signal to your brain that hurt just slightly. And she does the one of the thumb. This one is particularly sensitive, but when manipulated in a specific way, and she nicks it, and you feel the wound in your hand from the thorns from climbing the rose cliff just close up as it begins to heal. There are pressure points in the body that cause healing, as is the way of the Mercy Monk. So we touch that in reminder that we can not only cause pain, but heal through the same parts of the body.
Very, very interesting. Well, I hope to learn that.
That is always the goal before one of the other schools leaves here, to teach them just a little bit of our ways. I hope that you can learn it before you leave.
Yes, I will do my best. I will leave you to your training. And I bow to all of them. I leave the room. And you guys do whatever you're doing.
Yep. Medicus, would you like to explain what you were doing with those peppermint leaves?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw one hand full into one bath, one hand in the other, and then we'll scorching ray both baths. I got like 5 rays, so it'll be nice and hot. Poppy, say you're sticky. Jump on in, bud.
I'm not entirely sure about this. I need to... Kuzma?
Go on,
Kuzma.
Pavel. Go on. It'd be nice.
It's a hot peppermint bath. Pavel, you never had a hot peppermint bath?
Please,
I've
you're starting
taken
to
a
smell
bath
with all the
once.
cum. Go forth, Beth.
Okay.
Not my bad.
Um,
Yeah,
I'm wet.
just let it soothe you. Pavel,
What?
you just died, man. How do you do that? I like saw my death and I freaked out. How do you do that?
Well, I just died, and I didn't have to freak out because I died.
That doesn't make any sense to me, Pavel.
Because you're alive.
Yeah, but you didn't freak out. Did you freak out when you saw it?
Well, I was definitely freaking out, but then I died, so I didn't really freak out that much.
How do you wake up dead?
Pavel, my brain doesn't understand your brain.
Well, you could try dying.
I don't want to die.
It's not that bad. I came back.
That's why I freaked out. I don't think I'll come back, Pavel. I think that's you and Melora got some secret love triangle going on with Kuzma.
Can I hear them from here?
Yeah.
Pavel does not fear death. He is servant of Melora.
How do you overcome that? Like that fear?
You just die a couple of times and it's not that bad.
Have you like seen the other side?
But yeah.
Is it like candy canes and rainbows?
Yeah, it's kind of like dying.
Yeah, that doesn't make it sound good, because dying to me sounds very bad.
Well, if you don't come back, it's pretty bad.
Alright, yeah, note to self then, don't die.
Yeah, I don't really understand the confusion. I do appreciate this bat, though.
Yeah, get that Yasworn off you.
Yeah, one day these patches will grow back. But you got nice shoes.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I have not. It's a little sore. This water...
Can't you
it
get
kind of
Kuzma
gets...
to regrow it?
Outcast, did you want to do anything as you walked up to him?
Nah, I was going to, but this is a better moment.
Okay. Kuzma, what did you want to do?
Well, I've been walking around talking to all these plants. Hello, they treat you well here? Good. Okay. Looking good. Very good. Oh, I like that leaf. That's very good on you.
Do they have a way to talk back to you?
No, not really. So, technically, at your discretion, you can communicate to me non-verbally if something moves a little bit,
As
also,
you compliment one of their leaves, you see that the plant part of it actually begins to wilt. But it's a potato plant, so that means it's ripe for the picking.
Oh.
Yeah, I just wanted to scare you for a moment.
Oh, you must be potato. Maybe I sleep here tonight.
Jesus Christ.
I also have been here long enough to trigger accelerate growth.
Okay, yeah. As you kind of stand in the area, Outcast, with you being so close, maybe even like trailing him occasionally, you see. At first, like thinking is the trick of the mind, but some of the strawberries that are growing on these plants actually look a solid like half-inch bigger than they were before. Some of the plants that are a little bit later season plants, like they maybe just planted or are already like sprouting up, and you thought it was just plain healthy soil, but you can already see a couple leaves sprouting off some of these little stems.
Melora stuff.
You would know that the staff kind of brings nature with it.
Gotcha.
Oftentimes, I'm going to hold that 21 from earlier, or 22 that you got from earlier, way earlier. There have been stories of past wielders of the staff that have like slept on stone and woken up in a field of grass.
Your crook there is helping the plants. Just a heads up if you didn't catch it.
Da. Melora give life to all.
Wait, where's Yasworn? We better keep an eye.
I was just about to ask, Yasmin, what are you up to?
Are these lockers? What are these?
That's the Great Dining Hall, and as you kind of wander around in there, a few maybe like early teens walk in and out of there, putting down these nicely carved wooden plates.
Hey, do you know your parents?
Roll me a d12 real quick to see which one you're talking to. You say that, and this one kid ignores you, but then walking around the corner from back in the kitchen, this young individual who looks a lot like you, but like a younger version of you, steps out and goes, and he like flicks his hair out of his face, his strawberry red hair, and he goes, "No."
Yeah?
No, I said no, you fucking idiot. And he puts down a plate and then walks back out.
He seemed like a nasty human. I'm looking for elves or dwarves. What the hell am I? I hate this goddamn place, man. Where the hell am I?
Do you like call out for help because you're lost?
No, I wander further.
All right. As you continue to wander in, there are a few chefs in here, maybe like in their later 20s, earlier 30s, just cooking and sending these teenagers out with plates and having them run salt to different dishes. Anyone else want to do anything before dinner?
I want to see what these peoples are up to.
Hey, Baden, how you doing?
Hello, Yasmon. How are you?
I don't know.
You two are in there, and you see this one little kid, like, peeking her eye open as she is meditating, just occasionally, like, looking up at you.
I see you're busy.
She, like, opens her eyes and yawns, and then closes her eyes again.
Yasmon, we best leave them to it.
Do you think they look that busy?
I'll leave him in the room with them. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'll leave him in the room with them. I'll hastily make my way down the hall.
Well, I can't do it if he's gonna leave. I can't have no one to blame.
Is this a door, like, to go through over here?
Yeah, it's like a small wooden walkway that kind of arches over a small stone structure. Like
If anyone asks,
like
I've been here the whole time.
I'm assuming they're sparring over here.
They are actually doing this like weird, almost like dance-like thing where they hit each other. You can almost see bruises begin to appear on one another, and then they strike one another again in the same spot, and the bruises disappear. And they keep like moving around and hitting each other, and then they'll swap out with another two people, and they keep doing this over and over again. As this sensei right here just occasionally calls out minor instructions, he just says, "Too low, hit again, go!"
I assume I understand what they're doing. They're kind of hurting and healing at the same time.
Yes, they seem to be hurting one another and then hitting each other in the same spot and healing one another.
So they're healing as they're hitting.
Yes.
Kind of weird. I'll make my way to this room.
Hey, do you guys want to play some bets? How do you guys feel about...
Bet on what?
So, when I walked into this room over here to get the leaves from Baden, these two dudes were fucking duking it out. Do you want to go in and, like, there was some bleachers. We could sit on these bleachers and, like, and bet on which one wins.
I'm okay with that.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
That sounds exactly like what they do.
You know, combat is boring, but watching other people do combat is fun. I'm gonna edit that joke out since then you guys laughed. There we go. I'll just edit out that part and leave that in. Just the laughter.
This laughter's better.
Yeah. Yeah, I just need like a couple different laughs from you guys. I'll laugh track and just edit those in. Like I'll edit in like stupid jokes as I can.
All right, Alcahez, start your laugh track. Let's go.
Please don't. Okay, moving on.
Ha 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 ha.
Laughs in German.
Fuck you.
Alright, so as you walk into this room, this is actually, there are a bunch of tables in here. There's a chalkboard in the front that has some writing in it. It's mostly anatomy of the human body.
Study it?
Sure. Make a...
Like...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I'm assuming there's, like, pressure points and whatnot posted up on there, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, make a medicine check to see, just kind of get an understanding of it.
Sure, do me right. Hell yeah, I'm rolling 20s out the ass.
Yeah, dirty 20. So you see that there are many different nerves kind of talked about. There's like the brachialis nerve that runs through the arm. That's the only specific nerve I can think of. With the little girl or the little boy that is standing up in the front right now, he is kind of like just like looking up at the board and like poking his arm occasionally, as this is like a very detailed drawing of the arm and many of the different nerves that run down it through the forearm, through the brachialis that runs in between the bicep and the tricep. And it kind of goes into detail about the different muscles in the shoulder and how they cover most of the nerves in there, and they would be harder to hit. And
Classic classroom here. We're just kind of
yeah, pretty much.
instructor kind of sitting over here, maybe.
Yeah, he's just watching the little boy study.
Okay. I'm just trying to familiarize myself with the monastery.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else specifically I want to do before mealtime.
Okay.
I don't think.
Whoop his ass, monk man.
How would you guys like to make your bets? As Pavel soaks in the peppermint bath.
Mendicus, I don't really understand what this whole bet thing about. With like, what's in your pocket and my pocket, like.
No, so like, yeah. Oh yeah, you don't have any money. Fuck. You have any buttons?
Niet buttons. I have disgusting ring. I do not yet know why I leave in bottom of backpack here, but. You know.
All right, I'll trade you that ring for. Shit, I don't have anything you want either. Oh fuck! All right, we're screwed.
Well, even if we have money, I not understand. It goes in your pocket, goes in my pocket. Doesn't yet matter. Our money.
It's fun. It's
Oh.
Well, not really, but.
What?
Not really our money. It's.
What do you mean? Yes, our money.
I see them bickering, and can I can I tell which one is more superior than the other in the fight?
Oh yeah,
Or are they
can you
both
check?
equal?
Yeah, can we check to see?
You
Like,
No,
guys,
that's against the point of the bet, right?
Well, no, I'm not. I'm thinking this, and Vaden's thinking this in his head. Is one of higher rank, or are they same?
I'll let you
I'm
make me a
gonna
perception
win.
check if you'd like to.
I'm betting to win.
Ooh,
I think I'm betting on the right one.
They seem in near skill level to one another, though the guy on the left is a little bit more bruised up than the guy on the right.
That's what I thought. Yasmore, I will bet you 5 silver that the one on the right wins.
I'll take that bet. I'll bet against it.
All right, one of you roll me a d10.
Medicus,
Mendicus, roll me a
got that
d10.
out?
The one on the left won.
Fuck that! Bullshit!
So, like, and by win, I mean, like, they are clearly jousting for position, kind of shoving at each other's shoulders, and eventually the guy on the left grabs the wrist, his leg quickly extends through the other one's legs, he pivots on the heel of his foot, his leg shoots up, and this guy gets swept off of his feet and lands on the ground. He quickly, grabs his hand, pulls him up to his feet, and they begin jostling for position again.
Alright, fine. I gave Yasmore. I took 5 silver off my thing.
Yasmorn, add yours.
An easy win.
Bong! As you hear this gong off in the distance, and the two people bow to each other, they bow to Hita, their teacher, and they exit for mealtime. That is going to be mealtime if you all are going to be joining us.
yes, of course.
You know, their dinner bell sounds a lot different than the dinner bell that I'm used to. Fucking Vaden just smacking meat in the forest.
Outcast, do you see a towel around here? The fucker got me in the bath without a towel.
I will change my all-purpose tool into a towel.
I hope he
Damn.
looks like a fucking wet dog. He's like half the size he usually is.
Well, okay, he is like a wet dog, but not half the size he normally is.
Thank you, Outcast.
No problem.
Let's go.
Will the 6 of you join us at the head table today?
It seems
Yes,
head
yes.
table so small.
Well, use your imagination.
Oh yeah. Oh then yeah. All right. Well, is it Last Supper table or is it like an actual table?
It's an actual table.
Okay. Then yeah, we can fit. Ooh, Papa, you smell nice.
Hey, you good idea. Words.
Thank you.
At this point in time, once everybody is in here from the compound,
Kuzma, will you sit down at the table, please?
the table.
The lid.
I zoomed out really far. Sorry.
I was kind of hoping he was going to miss again. Today we are joined by another of the Yellow Canary Monastery. And he motions to you, Vaden. Now, I understand he has come long in his training, though has never been to his monastery. I have spoken to his teacher Madur. And he reaches into his robe and pulls out this
Book of text messaging?
light yellow sash. May I see your arm, Vaden?
I'll hold out my arms to him.
And he takes his hand and like lowers your left arm to the side of your body, and he ties this light yellow sash around your right bicep. This is the symbol of one that trains in the Yellow Canary. As we all know, the sash that represents us goes here. And he motions to his red, like maroon red sash that sits around his right bicep. And we hope by the time he leaves us, he will wear a sash of the Rose Academy around his calf.
So, question for you.
Yes.
So, every monastery, I would assume that you train at, obviously the one that you're attuned to, you wear around your bicep. The other ones, do you wear around your calf? All of them?
Basically, as he punctuates his sentence, all the food is brought out to everybody, and they kind of give off this like weird sound, like what the fuck is this? And as the food is brought out to all of you, you all receive mushed rice, potatoes, tomatoes, and peppers. Everyone else is kind of confused as to what they're eating and why, and you hear small murmurings of this is y'all's tradition, and they're doing it for you guys, and they all kind of dig in after that. And Chorus Nuck leans down to you and he says, "You look confused about the sashes. If you did not train in your school, then it makes sense. The school,
Yes.
Your primary school, goes around your dominant arm. Any school you train at outside of your primary goes around your non-dominant leg. So, if you train here, though you do not learn the skill, you will be awarded a pink sash to show that you did travel here. If you succeed and learn the skill we hope for you to learn, then you will receive the red ribbon to wear around your calf proudly."
Yes, I have not trained in my monastery. I learned out in the wild with Madur.
It is not abnormal. Many monks, when they reach the rank of sensei, they travel out into the world to see what it is like and bring back their experiences. And when they do so, they often take on a student, or sometimes 2 or 3, though 3 is much more rare. I imagine that is what Madur is doing for you.
Yes, I believe so. I've learned much from him.
He tells me you know, I believe as your school calls it, wholeness of body, yes?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, trust me, he knows about holes in his body.
Gross.
That's
That is
true.
absolutely disgusting.
He took offense to that, huh?
No. That will come in handy in your training that begins at dawn.
Oh, good.
Not you. Yours will come in handy tonight. I'll see you in room 3D.
Good night, 3D.
Can I see how what's his name? Full Hilt is enjoying the mush.
His plate is empty. And he is motioning to this red-headed teenager who you may imagine would look a lot like a younger version of Yasmorn if Yasmorn was more surly looking.
Yasmorn, is that your kid?
Like wolfing down that food.
It is quite delicious. Oh, what was that, Medicus?
He didn't get the joke. He's wolfing it down. He's a fucking werewolf.
Because werewolf. But yeah.
Alright, there's your inspiration, you piece of shit. That was good. I didn't even catch it.
Do I get inspiration for laughing at it first?
God damn it.
You sure don't.
Yes, Master, Chorus. How do you like the food that I requested to be prepared like that?
If I was 20 years younger, I would say I didn't really enjoy it that much, but in my older age, it's quite easy on the teeth.
Yeah, I know how you feel, man.
No, I don't imagine you know how I feel. Or at least I don't know how you feel. Jesus Christ.
I'll give him a nice little half smirk.
Do you floss with a... Sorry, the idea of that. I was going to say, do you floss with a branch, but... Fuck. You messed me up.
I was gonna say that shit before you did, man.
Jump rope, I'm with you.
I give him a smirk. Jesus Christ. That is
Hey,
terrifying.
so Chuck, how long have you been here?
My name is Choris, not
That's
Chuck.
right, George. Sorry.
Um,
I knew a guy named Chuck. He's
tell
homeless.
Tell me
you don't
about
want
him. I do.
He had really bad toe jam. Like, he'd, pluck it out, and, he'd stick it together into this big ball, and then he'd throw it at people.
When you say, how long have I been here, do you mean training here, or do you mean, when was the last time I left?
I mean, when you became the Master Man.
I became master 9 years ago.
So, you, not left the temple since 9 years ago?
Oh, I have not left in 18 years, but I became master here 9 years ago.
Do you, go on a rotation? Or do you just,
No.
pick up where the last guy retires?
I pick up where the last person retires. I am a master of the way of the mercy. I could not... Vaden here would know more of the way of the open hand than I would.
Oh, I don't know anything about the open hand either. Vaden hasn't said much about it. I'm just wondering. It's just a question.
The way of the open hand is a way in which you use your fist to manipulate another's body, be it knocking them down backwards, making it hard for them to move quickly, and...
I do that all the time.
Gross. Again. Tasnorm, will you bring him another plate, please? He's...
Yes.
And
Wait, who was that?
The young redhead, seemingly named Tasnorm, brings you another plate of food. Of mush.
Hey, would you by chance happen to be a gnome?
Do I look like a gnome to you? I'm as gnomish as you are. And he puts down your plate and walks away.
Oh my goodness, that guy could be my brother. He's a gnome.
Why don't you speak to him tomorrow while I'm training, Yasmorn?
Listen, okay. All right.
He is a bit of a troublemaker.
It seems as though you may want a one-on-one conversation with him.
Choris Nuck leans in, close to you and says, "Your friend seems a little creepy. Is that a good idea?"
Trust me, he's been around children all of his life.
That did not answer my question.
Well, to be honest with you, Sensei Choris, I don't quite know his past. But from what I understand, he loves to be around orphans and children.
Full Hilt leans forward and says, It is Master Choris.
Master Choris.
Not Sensei. Sensei is the rank of those you see down there with the beginning to turn darker red sash. on their biceps. It is okay, Fullhilt. He does not know the way of our school. But again, that does not help set anything at ease.
Well, I shall say that I believe your students are well versed enough to defend themselves. If anything were to happen.
True. That is true. Tasnorm is quite the fighter.
Well, there you go. It is up to him whether or not he speaks to him one-on-one.
All right. Otherwise, you all enjoy a nice meal.
Can I make an insider perception check on that Tasnorm kid that came up?
What do you mean by, like, what are you looking for in particular?
It caught my ear that we have encountered somebody, similar of name recently.
And name, yeah.
Yeah, and wanted to, my survival senses are tingling a little bit, so I want to look at him hard.
Like, are you checking to see if he's a humanoid? Or looking to see if he might be related to Yasmorn or that other, or Jasnorm?
I'm fear-based looking to see if he's related to any other Oz norm that we've encountered before.
The Ozness.
I'll let you make either a survival or medicine check. They'll be the same DC either way. But I was just asking for clarification because I wasn't really sure what you were looking for.
Yeah, it's hard to describe.
I mean, he's got the same nose, the same eyes, the same bright red hair, the same wavy locks. Though he is a little bit more like dickish, I guess. He's a little bit more like rude than you've ever seen Yasmorn be.
Okay, I just want to say something to Yasmorn before we all leave the room.
Yeah, absolutely. But otherwise, you all eat and enjoy your meal. So if you'd like to say something to him, you're welcome to. As all the younglings kind of jump up and run out of their seats for story time.
Hey, Chorus, you don't, Master Chorus, you don't train like newbies who have no desire to stay here, right? I can't get one of them things on my leg if I'm not actually a monk, right?
He looks you up and down and says, "Probably not. But
What do you mean? I'm awesome. I got an awesome. See, look at this. I'm gonna punch the table as hard as I can. Look at this awesome punch.
Your and his plate like pop up about 2 inches off the table.
Yeah.
See, come to training tomorrow with Vaden, and we will give it a try. Though it will be much more difficult for you to learn the lesson he is learning. Unless you would like to have class with the children.
I feel like the children's level is much more my level than Vaden's level.
Then you are welcome to give it a try. If you learn something, you learn something. If you don't, then, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Fuck, I have no pride. I'll go learn with the kids.
Multi-class and monk there.
One rule. You may see them smiling. Absolutely no smiling, please. In front of them.
Hey, Master, you want to pull my finger? No, just kidding. Don't pull my finger.
You turn him into a fart?
I do not want to piss off the fucking master of this mansion.
Otherwise, you all can head to story time.
Yasmon, before we leave here,
No.
did you notice that small kid looked suspicious like you?
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but his name sounds similar to mine.
Nah, that's weird, no?
Da.
You're not concerned. I mean, you carry around bucket of blood of last guy named similar to you. Concerned?
Yeah, and now that you mention that, I'm starting to notice maybe it's a pattern. Maybe I've hit my head earlier because I see that a lot now. A lot of people seem to have names like mine and look like me.
It's pretty weird, especially the looking like a you part.
Yeah, you think maybe it's a spell?
I do not know.
You know?
I do not know.
You do know.
Niet. Do not know. Niet.
Well, out with it.
God. Pavel, come.
They just leave.
Pavel, I know you lose whole mind. I know you, not always feel like self, even if self also kind of still Pavel, but Yasmorn sometimes.
There's still food here.
Alright, I'm just coming this way. I don't know what the path is, but...
I guess what are you doing?
Just chilling.
You want to stay in there?
Going.
What?
I can go.
Oh, okay.
I can go.
Okay, I was just checking you're actually joining story time and not waiting for an extended period of time for Serenity. So as you all are gathered into this rather small room, maybe much more room if Full Hilt and the six of you weren't in the room. But there is a young-ish, approaching maybe mid to late 30s human, as he calls out and he says, "Today we will be telling the tale of the annihilation of dragons, for it is a part of our history and important to know. Many a years ago, the exact date always unknown, Kemdall the Skylight, an ancient blue dragon of enormous size, brought down his lightning and thunder upon a small village. The storm giants nearby took notice of this, as it was close to their home. Too close. Dragons had grown bold over the many years. Dragons had began coming out of their mountainous homes, their volcanoes, their caves, their caverns, their swamps, and were expanding their lands, as so we're told happens occasionally. The storm giants, with their land invaded, could take it no longer, and a small group of storm giants known as the Bruja-Gale made their way to the humanoid kingdoms and sought peace in an attempt to wage war against the dragons. Unknowing and unprepared, the dragons' lands were invaded for many reasons. One, their encroaching of the other's lands, and two, most humanoids are susceptible to greed, and knew of the dragon's hordes and the treasures that it could entail. And so the war began. Originally, it was a war between the chromatic dragons and the giants and humanoids. But as greed does, greed and power, the giants and humanoids slew a few metallic dragons as well, the ones known for being good and kind. At this point, the Melorian monks, all 7 schools, joined together. A unified front of Melorian monks fighting on the sides of the dragons. We fought, though we tried to avoid killing our brethren. Though sometimes unavoidable, we chose our side. The metallic dragons, the chromatic dragons, and the Melorian monks against countries. Though our numbers dwindled, it was nothing like what the dragons went through. Metallic and chromatic. Their numbers fell. Their gestation periods of their eggs too long to replenish, taking over 100 years to form an adult dragon. If it weren't for dragonborns, this war may be lost entirely to our memories. But because, being humanoid, the dragonborns were slew because of their relation to the dragons, even though they weren't even siding with them. It was a horrific thing to see in the world, but something that happened and we shall not ever forget. Many believe that the war ended with the extinction of the dragons, though we as the Malorian monks know that some escaped. Most notably are the 5 greatest of the ancient chromatic dragons that were convinced to flee. Fendral, the crackling storm, the ancient blue. Umberdaman, the god dissolver, the ancient black. Corsatal, the effervescent plague, the ancient green. Toromir, the pearlescent end, the ancient white. And Mordal, the crimson oblivion, the ancient red. Fled to the many corners of this world. And over the last 200 years have not been heard from. And eventually the story comes to a subtle end. And you hear slight sobs coming from some of the listeners. Many of the older teenagers kind of like zoned out, some of them meditating or having fallen asleep. The slightly older ones, the ones that wear the darker red, that would imply that they have the rank of sensei in this school, are nodding their head along with the story, having heard it many a times. And as the story ends, the sensei stand up and begin to walk the children out into their rooms. Yeah, story time is over.
You know, there's a lesson to be learned there.
Yeah, most humanoids suck.
You know, they always talk about, you know, that humans are greedy and stuff, but, you know, humans weren't the ones sitting on piles of gold.
Can I ask
They weren't the ones
question?
that came down and started lightning storms on villages.
They would if they could.
It's very true.
Can I ask you to repeat the dragons? Because I got Fendral, Umberdan, Corsatal, and that's it.
Toromir. Did you miss more?
It's in chat. Toromir, the pearlescent end. Mordal, the crimson oblivion. Corsatal, the effervescent plague. Umberdan, the god dissolver. And Fendral, the crackling storm. But after a few minutes, the only ones left in the room are Full Hilt, you, and the person who told the story. As they, Full Hilt and the person that told the story are kind of having a chat. Yeah, if you guys would like to do anything, otherwise you're welcome to head to bed.
I wanted to ask the person who's told the story. So you say that some ancient dragons have escaped the war.
That is what history tells us here in the Rose Academy.
Well, it just so happens that we just came from Mount Kamiri, and there was a dragon egg up on top in a nest.
Yeah, big old white one.
I thought that was a bird.
No, I don't think it was, Pablo.
The Arakokran were keeping it safe.
It might have been a different color. It might have shit all over it. They were sitting on it. It could have been blue. Like a light blue.
I was wondering if you were aware that that egg existed.
It could make for a pretty good meal.
Yasmorn, time and place. It's not the time or the place.
We are aware, yes.
And what so happens when this egg hatches?
I imagine its mother will come looking for it.
And so Tormir will appear in this world.
To our knowledge, Tormir has not left this world, but exists far to the north and has begun to grow bored in their hiding, which is worrisome.
Oh, so we're starting Dragon Wars round 2 then.
I pray to Melora that we don't.
And what would happen if these ancient dragons were to come out of hiding?
I imagine another war would spark.
Do you think we will live to see that day?
We do have envoys heading up to the Fanghorn Mountains in hopes to quell Tormir. So I pray we do not see them rise again.
Maybe they can use other allies. Maybe use the Volfords to join this time.
You would side with those who invoke war for no reason?
I mean, most humanoids have throughout the years and centuries. I mean, I myself was put into a war without choice, really.
That is
That's
a fair
like your
point.
wet dream, no, Alcahest.
I was created for war. What was that, Mendicant?
I said that's like your wet dream.
Yeah, riding a dragon into battle, killing inferior humanoids, yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, it's like a whole mountain of test subjects you could collect from there.
Need it. It just needs the dragons to kill, maybe, kill whatever they want.
But think for a second. Can you imagine dissecting a dragon?
Alcahest, we could be one of those humanoids being slaughtered by the dragon you ride. Are you still
chose
okay
the
with
wrong
this?
side. I mean, if you choose the wrong sides of history, there's really not much I can do. I mean,
What about all
It
those
seems
people that didn't get to choose a side?
Yes, I agree with Medicus, but also, it seems as, in some sense, you may have chosen the wrong side in your beginning, due to the fact that I pulled your ass out of the ground.
you mean the side that's won? The side that your god herself serves?
Well, maybe I'm a little confused on Alcahest's history then.
Where you coming from?
Ayun is one of the good gods.
Buried because, I mean,
I don't know. I assumed you were buried because of a bad aftermath, in a sense. Like you were.
It wasn't because of the side. It was kind of like the character itself took what he was doing too far. Plus, I mean, he got shut down. So, I mean, even over time, he'd get buried by whatever was out there.
Okay, I recant my statement.
I'll remember
Just
it
saying-
forever, Vade.
Saying dragons, from what I've experienced, were always just creatures that's more intelligent than most humanoids, and they did what they seemed was right.
I'm curious. Can you tell me more of what these dragons do to land after they come out the milk?
Talking to me or him?
Probably him. Well, I guess maybe him and Side Eye to you since you really.
I mean, they terraform for the most part to change, terrain to their liking. Most ice dragons, most white dragons will terraform to make the land colder. It's just generally as their effect. The reds will make it hotter. The black dragons will go for the swamp. The blue dragons normally stay to the north, but I mean, the weather's terrible around them.
They live in peace in each of these lands.
Depends. I mean, in my time, it wasn't a dragon, massacre, so they kind of stuck to their own territory and did their own thing. But I mean, it's all dependent on the creature itself.
It doesn't sound like that stayed the same way forever, though.
You mean like when inferior creatures decided to kill them all? Because that's probably how it changed.
Well, I mean, when the fucking Fendral, the Crackling Storm, came down and started zapping villages.
One bad dragon. I mean, are all humanoids trash because, they decided to choose the wrong side of history? Should I slaughter everyone who isn't Savayun and her sides?
I mean, that's usually what happens. One guy accidentally kills some other important guy, and that starts the whole fucking war.
Or at least you just make them orphans so that you can make your own orphan army for them. And then you raise them to fight a greater cause than even their parents would have supported.
I will leave this bickering to you
Yes.
as I head to bed.
Full Hilt speaks up. Yes. And now you see, in a microcosm, what the leaders of the Malorian monks went through 200 years ago. It was, from what I heard, a bloody 4 months of debating.
Kuzma, did Vaden say Yoon was here?
Who, Pavel? Just repeat that. I'm sorry.
Did Vaden say Yoon was here?
Do you mean you? Who is Yoon?
It's my accent.
What?
Are you saying Ayun or you?
You.
Okay, you.
Where are the sleeping chambers? Oh wait, they're all the way.
And Pavel,
where
I
Mendigus is.
think he yet mean who you think he mean.
Hey, Medicus, I believe there's some shit stirring going on.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. We may need to keep an eye on Yasmorny. I think he may mean harm to that little twin he has running around.
Uh-huh.
Fucking let him.
Yes, well, like I said, I guess
He makes a good point.
I guess that he may have the ability to defend himself quite finely. It will be a good fight, if anything. I will bet on it with you when it comes to it.
All right, that sounds fair.
Yes, Pavel.
I'll find you more buttons if you win.
Oh yeah, yeah, all right. that kid might end up dead before morning. Oh look, Yasmorn killed him in the night. Where's my buttons?
He has no idea about this bit.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't
fucking-
stoop that. I wouldn't stoop that low. Wink.
Huh?
We shall see.
Alright, I'm fucking Vaden out. Go
Yeah.
to bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Kuzma, Yasmin, what are you guys doing?
I
I
know
also
that.
go to bed.
Yasmin?
Hold on, almost to bed.
Pavel?
Yeah, I guess I followed it.
I just want to come over and thank Alcahest for making my rapier a little bit stronger, and I'm going to try to stay up all night with you.
Oh, I mean, you mean like here?
I don't know where you... Do you usually just stand here?
I mean, usually this is pretty much the first time I've been here, but I was going to have a conversation with somebody.
Fine.
I love you. Good night.
It was a good night to you, too. I gotta take shit.
You said you go to take a shit?
Yeah, that bath was really nice.
It's still stinking there, Pavel.
Oh, Pavel, knock on door before you open.
Well-
What do you do?
I've seen it. I'm sorry. Get away from those plants. That's
Is he
just
by
weird.
the potatoes?
He is laying in the potatoes.
Guys, I saw something I shouldn't have.
What did you see, Pavel?
too many potatoes.
Enough said. As I've seen the potatoes before.
Yeah, I heard that's up your alley.
Not quite up my alley, but Kuzma on the other hand. He's
Outcast.
got a good point though. The potatoes, make it plump. If you know what I mean.
I don't.
Well, I guess you should go back in that room then and find out.
I thought that's something that you're like into.
No
And
comment.
with that, we're gonna switch back to Alcahest. Roll me a perception check, real quick.
No. I'm not gonna see notice shit.
So, Alcahest, you actually hear a sound come from over here.
I'll look in that direction.
The moment your eyes focus on one thing, you feel a staff poke into your ribs.
Oh, it's been a while. Hey, sis.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you so hard.
That's fine. You know, I'm not. Yeah, that's fine.
What, if you don't mind, brings you to the Rose Academy?
Traveling with some friends, and one of them's a monk.
Ah, yes, the drow. I've heard good things. I've heard good things.
He's a good egg. He's not too bad of a person.
Hell of a cook. At least.
That is food.
No, that's just what I've heard.
You eat, sister. I mean, I've never really got the taste for food.
I'm actually quite a fan of certain delicacies. I have a bit of a sweet tooth. If you tell anyone, I will.
Use my alchemy jug and make honey. Would you like some honey, sister?
No, I don't. And she dips her staff into your honey. Look. I need your help.
Yeah, sure.
You know that I am I hate asking for help, you know that.
Oh, sister, what's else am I here for?
I heard you were coming this way, or at least you were in the Kamiri Mountains, so I stayed nearby. I desperately do not want to ask Archon for help. You know how fucking arrogant he is. There are these creatures that... There's a lot of different ones of them. They, resemble...
Zodiac.
I don't know. And she gives you a rough description of what they look like, and she sounds like she's describing the Tebiek.
Yeah, they're not very fun to go up against. They're resistant to most of what I do.
I have not had the distinct pleasure of running into one.
Always stay away from the mouth.
Noted. Cord, and you see her like kind of like contemplating what she should and shouldn't be saying. Cord has a particular disinterest in them, and he would find it helpful if I squash them like I avoid doing to some ants. I don't know much about them, though, besides that they stem from the north. Like, far to the north. I'm on my way to some dwarven villages to see if they know anything, because Mauer Norden is the place that would know the most about this. I'm hoping to find Ma'ad along the way, because he He was the last of us up that far north before we deactivated. So I'm asking you, as your younger sister.
You're also asking our sister you?
I asked her where you are. She wouldn't know. I know that she dislikes them, or like is supposed to dislike them, like we are, or like I am.
I mean, they've done terrible shit to nature. I mean, she can't be a fan, even though she is very gentle spirits.
She seemed reserved. I'm not sure what she isn't allowed to say, but again, I am asking you as, and this almost seems like painful for her to say. I'm asking you as humbly as I can to help me gather information about them. I need to know their weaknesses. I need to know where they come from, why they're here. And I will do my best to slay them, brother. But as cord as my fists, I want to slay them.
I mean, I can tell you what to know, and I can do more research. You know, I like taking things apart and figuring out how they work.
That would be fantastic.
I mean, from what I've noticed so far, a lot of them are resistant to fire, and if you hit some of them, they hit you back with psychic damage. So I don't know if you want to get all resisted up to psychic, and if you fight them. They also, I mean, the faster ones, the giant ones that spit acid, so acid resist would help. Like I said, avoid the mouth. They are big and huge. I mean, I've seen smaller ones, but they're not the most fun to fight.
You see her, like, fidgeting. I know you can't tell me. But if Ayun wants you here to fight them, that's at least 3 of us here, between you, and me. They probably want these things dead.
I mean, I don't know of Ayun, of what she wants. I know she's not well. I could tell that by hearing of, what's happened to the library and how I'm not as strong as I once was.
And you see her look up at the ceiling. I sometimes despise the fact that we were made to rest for so long. So much in the world has changed.
I mean, I don't know the deals of the gods and why we were parts of it. I mean, we were the winning side. I don't know why the winning side gives up the best weapons when they win.
Maybe it's... I don't know. I need to go for a run.
Enjoy the honey, sister.
I don't know what you're talking about. And she plants the non-honey side down on the ground.
I love you, little sister. I hit the arrow. Okay, I apologize.
You're good. She, through this kind of like weird coded language you guys had during the war, called it was developed by a young person named Morris. She taps out this small code that says "I love you, or "I love you, brother," as Morris code, as she taps it out as she's running away down the hallway. You eventually head upstairs with everybody else.
Except for Potato Boy.
Are you sleeping down there, Kuzma? Because after about 10 minutes, one grows around your dick.
Yeah, what else? I mean, what else would I possibly be doing?
No, spending the night with him?
Nope.
Okay. So the rest of you bed down for the night. Everybody except for Kuzma, of course. The rest of you all bed down. Obviously, some of you are in bed before Alcest arrives about 15 minutes later. No Kuzma. Eventually, the torches are put out, and everybody goes to sleep, unless you guys would like to do anything before bed.
Nothing
No.
for me.
No.
Pavel.
No.
Wasn't a question. Getting your attention. In the middle of the night, as you rest, what would Pavel normally dream of?
Chasing kittens in a field of dandelions?
So is Pavel. Hair, fur, fluffed out from a recent bath. No whip, no rapier in sight. Runs through a field of dandelions. The small... As they have turned into the white puffs, you run through the field chasing cats of multi-hued colors. Calico, all black, grays, whites, oranges. Chasing them, occasionally grabbing one and rolling on the ground. These white plumes of seeds spreading all over. Gross. The white seeds of the dandelions blowing away in the wind. As you roll with this black cat in your hands. On the third time you come around, the cat is gone. And instead is this bird in your hands. Oh! Oh! And you wake up. Everyone else around you is asleep except for Alcahest's head sitting in the middle of the room, just turning in place in sentry mode. He stops and locks onto you as your eyes open. Do you want to do anything or just go back to sleep?
Hey, Pavel.
Alcahest?
What's up, man?
I usually have kittens in my dream, but it turned to bird wings.
That's definitely different.
You're telling me.
I don't recall
Why?
any bird cats personally, unless you're thinking of like a griffin.
No. The cat was a bird.
Like birds?
Like the birds that had the egg.
Ah, see, you're thinking of the bird people.
Yeah, except it was this one, and it was a man. It was like a bird man, but it was like a bird.
All right. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to do something?
Well, I feel like we need to go back for the egg. It might just be in my head, but I don't know why they're in my head.
I don't think that's a good idea. The Aarakocra don't really let things go.
Well, then we could take all of them.
Now at this point, maybe later.
You're right. It's too late.
I mean, if we get that dragon on our side, we could take the whole world.
Was that your goal?
When now, or before?
The before time.
My goal is really just to win the war.
Are we still in a war?
Probably. Not a great one, but probably some war's happening.
Well, I'll let you know if there's another bird.
Alright, good to know. Try to get some sleep.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw, Pavel. Yeah, I guess I saw that mouse move.
Bro, I was fucking scared. Oh, poor Pavel.
So, Pavel, with your nat 1. You close your eyes. An outcast, as far as you can tell, he is asleep. As you're rolling with the kittens, you come to a stop, arms out to each side. Cats surrounding you, tucked in to your armpits and up against your ribs, curled up against your neck. You look up at the sky. Normally a bright blue sky. Sun off in the distance so it doesn't disturb your peace. You see a cloud. You try to make out the fun shape of the cloud. Looks familiar. Not a cloud you've ever seen before, but the shape. It looks like a small, well, a large because it's a cloud, but it looks like a hand. This white, wispy, hand-shaped cloud, fingers spread out, begins to turn darker and darker until it is a black cloud. The singular black cloud in the sky. And it seems to be getting bigger. Not size-wise, just closer to you. Until the cloud is hovering above you. You go to stand up, but you look to the side, the kittens. All the cats that were surrounding you are no longer cats, but they're birds. They're ravens holding you down to the ground. As this cloud begins to take a physical form, a true shape. Very similar to a creature you've seen before. This individual hovers above you. Make me an intelligence check real quick. All you hear it say is Shiantum Kesnaka before it vanishes. You wake up. For the rest of you, Pavel has slept in. You guys had like a pretty decent bedtime. You may have pillow talked for a little bit, as you guys may be prone to do. But it's like 9, 10 o'clock. Breakfast has been called. You decided to let Pavel sleep. You came back from breakfast after enjoying some nice eggs and rice and peppers mushed up. Pavel is still asleep in bed. As you get closer to him, he is sweating. Now, Kuzma, I don't know if you would come up if Pavel is still asleep, but he is sweating, and it isn't until the last of you walks in that he finally wakes up in a puddle of his own sweat, clearly needing another bath.
You okay, buddy? You were sweating there.
Oh, I guess I'm okay. I'm here.
Was it the cat again?
It was another bird. It was like a black cloud bird.
Black birds.
It spoke snake from like Harry Potter. It was like Kumata Safaka. I didn't speak its language. I don't know. It was like a black bird.
Black bird?
It wasn't Elvish.
Black bird like one to see yesterday.
Yeah. What day is it? Yeah.
So, Pavel, just to clarify, and you may be role-playing this just really well, but the creature that appeared in front of you was not a bird. That was the creature that has attacked you twice now. Or 3 times? Yeah, twice now.
But it came down from like a cloud. And
that was in the
dream.
shape of a handprint. But yeah, okay, cool. You're just role-playing it well. Go ahead.
Yeah, Pavel's smart. Dumb. Something. It was a cloud, and it looked like a black cloud, like a hand cloud, and it came down, and I had a dream about a bird, and Alka said it was okay, and it was yesterday.
Your first dream seems okay. You were just dreaming of birds and cats.
Pavel, did you recognize or see a requiem from yesterday, the Queen Raven of Death?
I don't know.
Do you recognize anything at all from your dream besides the birds and cats?
I wish I was smarter. I don't remember.
That's fair, Pavel.
It's okay, Pavel. You do good.
Could you draw if I gave you a tool, like what you saw?
You remember when Mendicus had a or Kuzma had a shadow, and Mendicus was talking about the shadow?
Yeah.
It was like a black cloud shadow person. Bird.
So Bane visits you in your dream.
I don't know if it's following me or if it's because Mendicus or Kuzma or whoever's sleeping in the same room, but I'm so tired and I feel like I didn't sleep, but you guys are all awake.
I didn't know if this felt like something Ebony would do.
It wasn't me. I don't even sleep.
Dustin.
I
mean, a lot of my sisters lately. I was just, it'd be a hunt.
Yeah. All of your sisters coming to fuck with you all at the same time.
I mean, they're all in sync. You know?
I was just about to make that joke.
What? So before you, if you can I ask a question before you answer that, maybe?
The full moon 3 days ago.
Yeah, you can ask the question. I'll just decide who I'm going to answer first, depending.
Yes, I am confused. We describe Black Smoke figure as Bane, but Raven is is of Requiem, Queen of Death. No.
But I mean, this could be Ebony. It could be Bane's Warforged. So I mean, yeah, you never know.
Is it likely there are multiple signs of from multiple gods and goddesses in the same dream? Is that weird?
I mean, Pavel, I don't know much of Pavel. I mean, he's died a few times apparently. I mean, he's seen Requiem. Bane seems to enjoy Pavel, at least tormenting him.
Dying again.
So we agree now that it's not the shadow's not following me.
It seems to be really very interested in Pavel. So.
Thank God.
Which one?
The one. Fuck them all. I don't know. They don't exist.
As you serve one, we serve many. Yeah, they don't exist.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I refuse.
That's fine. Alcahest, to answer your question, does this seem something like Ebony would do? If the two attacks of that shadowy creature were it, yes, but invading dreams, she tends to be a bit more blunt than that. You haven't heard any stories of her kind of fucking with people's dreams. You don't ever remember her resorting to that. She much more preferred to be the shadow causing fear than to invade people's dreams to cause fear. She was just a very blunt terror, and not so much a subtle terror. Yeah, Bane would happily be any sort of terror he could be, but Ebony herself much preferred to be that much more blunt fear.
Well, Pavel, we need to figure out why Bane's so interested in you. I mean, Melora, Bane, what other gods want you?
You think I might be a god?
I mean, it's possible. I don't fucking know. You don't. I mean, maybe a minor god?
I don't think so.
Are you
Gods?
Bane's son? Do you know your father?
I have a father.
Is it Bane?
I just called him Dad. I don't know.
Did he do terrible shit to most people?
No, he never hit me too hard.
Okay, I mean, we all have fucked up childhoods. It seems like you've joined the club.
Well, no, I don't think his name was Bane, but I got a feeling I might be a god. Because gods don't like gods, and I keep getting fucked with gods, and some gods like me, but I think I'm a god.
Does that mean I'm a god too? Because I hate all the gods. Well, they don't exist. If they did,
Well-
I would hate them.
The gods would have to hate you.
Okay, fair.
Maybe it's just Vaden. Is Vaden following me around?
Vaden's not even here right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was probably just walking around my dream. I don't know.
That's something
What?
Vaden can do.
It was just kind of dark. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
what
because
is
it was
that
dark in
supposed
your
to
dream.
mean?
That's-
Wait, are you? I was gonna say, I didn't think you were here. Are you
No,
probably
no,
off track?
no. I did leave to get a early start, I guess, to whatever while you guys were talking.
Probably training.
Do you think a monk would know?
I mean, the smarter monk might know. I mean,
God,
the
this
master might know.
I don't even know how to explain all this.
So am I downstairs while they're talking about this?
Yeah, if you would like to be, you could be downstairs beginning your training.
Yeah.
You probably just honestly wouldn't have went back up after breakfast.
Sure. So I technically didn't hear any of that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably not. If you need to go up and like change into your training clothes, you could have, but
Always wearing my training clothes, bro.
there you go. Always ready to go.
Should I take the 8 damage that I healed, or no, because I had a bad sleep?
No, you healed. You healed. It was you still technically slept. It was just the nightmares, if you want to call them that.
Okay.
Puts a pin in it, but we need to at one point figure out why Bane's harassing you.
Well, can you talk to him? Can we text him?
I mean, I don't have a personal relationship with Bane for lots of reasons.
So you know him?
I mean, I've seen him. I've been around him.
Me too. That doesn't mean I know him.
Have you said you've been around Bane?
Well, yeah, he fucking visited me, man. What are you?
No,
you even here?
I meant in the physical sense, not that he's in your dream.
I am physically in my dream. You won't know. You're a robot.
All right, and with that, we're gonna head back to Vaden.
I need to go
Wait,
train.
no, we're not in bed anymore.
What?
I said, oh, we're not in bed anymore.
No. The rest of you would still be upstairs, but Vaden is actually downstairs training.
Can I show up late to the fucking kids' class?
I assume late and a little bit drunk.
I wasn't drinking.
Sure.
Yeah, you'd act drunk though.
I'm high on life. All right.
You see, as you come down the stairs, you actually see a small arrow in tree.
Yes, you want to dab or something to get through the day?
What?
Would you like a dab of something to get through the day?
No.
Something to help you train?
No.
Okay.
You know, I'm real skeptical of you right now, Robot Man.
What did I do? What's wrong?
Yeah, why not?
We have much differing opinions on a war that could kill us all. So,
I mean, you don't believe in gods and they exist, so I mean, your opinion's very valid.
and see exactly why I'm not taking any dabs from you.
Vaden,
Mm-hmm.
you find yourself squaring off against a maybe mid-30s looking tiefling female.
I'm gonna fight this dude, this chick.
Tiggle bitties.
Oh man, distractions.
Disadvantage on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
So you find yourself against Lima, Leema, Lima. So, I want you to, and she pulls out like just one of her darts, very similar to what you have, but hers is bright red. I want you to show me your wholeness of body. And she like pricks the back of your hand, and when a little spot of blood wells up, she like wipes it away with her finger and wipes it on her bright red skin.
I immediately hold my hand over the wound.
And as it heals up and turns to nothing, she takes your hand and goes, perfect. Now, the hard part is extending that same energy to those around you. And she takes your hand and puts it on her heart and says, we are, in many ways...
Oh, fuck.
I mean, that's deep between two fucking breasticles.
We are all connected in this way. All creatures have this beating life, extending from where our heart pumps our blood into the rest of our body. It flows through us and centralizes in many places. And she motions to your heart, to your carotid and your carotid artery and your jugular, to the same spot on your hand. She's like, this is where and why we shake the hand. She points to the spot between, like right where your like shoulder connects, where the pectoralis major crosses over the shoulder and into the upper part of the arm. She kind of points in that like joint area. There are many places along the front and back of the body, and she motions down this line from your eyes all the way down your body on the front and the back. Mm-hmm. There are many weak spots on the body, as I'm sure your stylist taught you the best places to strike. And if you know how to heal, then you know how to stop one from moving.
Yes, I have learned this ability.
She opens herself, like she like holds her arms out at the sides. Go ahead and make me a wisdom check. It's not a very high DC. Go ahead and make it at advantage, as this is a skill you already know. And very nice, 21. This is a skill you already know in the stunning strike. And as she like holds herself open, you just kind of make your way to her side and strike her in the like right beneath the base of the temple, and her like body like locks up for a moment before it releases. Perfect. Now, the way in which you do that, and she like shows you how to like position your thumb on the base of her skull. And this is going to be an all-day lesson. Like you're not going to get to really speak to anyone until lunch and then continue training. Go ahead and make me another wisdom check.
Advantage or
just straight wisdom check to learn this new skill. Fantastic, nice. With an 18. She's not letting you strike her yet, but she is letting you kind of like continue like to tap the different places on her body and showing you how when you punch something and your fist twists in a certain way, you can drive this certain force into somebody. And she's just showing you how to change it slightly in what would normally be a less efficient manner. And as that teaching continues, go ahead and make me one more wisdom check for right before lunch.
Oof.
Yeah, no, hey, all making our way up the numbers. You have a total daily daily amount for this DC you're working towards.
Right.
What are the rest of you all doing?
I want to go to the kids' class.
Yeah, I'll go with men and kids to the kids' class.
All right. Anyone who would like to is welcome to go. Otherwise, just let me know what you're doing.
I'll be back soon.
Is that little shithead redhead here? Osborne?
Tasnorm?
Kids class nails in here, Yasmorn.
I was gonna fight the kid.
I want to secretly poison him before Yasmorn fights him, so I can get those buttons.
You gonna poison him?
Yeah, you offered me rare buttons. No way I'm losing this bet.
Yeah. Who knows if they're fighting even yet? So
I mean, what's it gonna be like when this little kid just fucking drops dead? Okay, do you have poison?
Yes. I
my
will
God.
gaseous form into his throat and expand inside of him.
Wait, do you say that you want poison to us before, or are you just saying this to the DM?
No, I'm not saying this to you at all, Outcast. Get the fuck away from me.
God fucking damn.
Just to clarify, you're not joking.
No, I don't want to kill him. But I do want Yasmorn to win whatever fight he has with this child.
Is he fighting a child?
Sounds like it. I'm not
I
gonna
will
say
not
no.
stop him from fighting a child if he chooses to do so, and I will actively help him if he does.
Self-defense?
But you're not doing anything now.
Unless I see an opportunity, which I will not get caught.
So maybe not in a classroom.
Yes, this is a very packed classroom. There are lots of children here.
Tasnorm is actually seated right here. I will get a NPC token for him next time.
Kid, get out of this. This is my spot.
Make a persuasion check or intimidation, depending. With advantage if you smirk at them.
I'm gonna smile at him. I had this spot saved.
The kid cries as they walk away. They actually leave the class. They die, no. But they do leave the class.
Oh, then I'll just smile at Yasnorm over here.
Tasnorm.
Tasnorm.
Alright, Dick Norm, fucking pay
Hey,
attention, it's class time.
Dick Norm is far to the north of here, okay? We haven't gotten to them yet.
I swear to God, if we run into a guy named Dick Norm,
I mean, it's gonna happen now. It'd be inappropriate of me as the DM to not let that happen.
Shit down. Yeah.
Alright, so what actually is his name?
Tasnorm.
Tasnorm, okay.
No, with a T, as in tango.
Tasnorm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this class, for the two of you attending, is mostly lecture about the proper way to stand and pivot and punch. To which, if you guys would like to make me a straight wisdom check. Mendicus, as you sit in your seat, full hilt, nods his head at you and he says, I can see your foot working. Oh my. Yasmorn, you've done this before, haven't you?
I just feel like I'm working around family. I feel like I'm doing this all my life.
Are you a trained dancer?
I'm a trained performer.
I've seen this man play an instrument. He is not a professional in that regard, so he must be a dancer.
Just define dancing.
Well, why don't you come up here and show us what you're capable of?
Oh, hey, Yasmorn, show him.
All right. Yasmorn does a little jig.
Make a performance check.
Yeah. Yasmorn does some footwork, kind of all right.
Yeah, no, honestly, you do pretty well. It's above average with a 15. As you dance, he does eventually stop you as you go a little bit too long. 7 minutes into your interpretive dance, he does stop you.
Jesus Christ, 7 minutes?
Yeah, I know. If Full Hill was a better teacher, he would have stopped it sooner. Yasmorn, that's great. Please sit back down. Take a seat. Yasmorn, take a seat. No, take a seat back in the seat you were in before, not on the ground where you currently are.
Take a seat. Where?
Back in your seat. Perfect. Well, it's a different seat, but it's close enough. So, and he actually goes into a small lecture where he's drawing on the chalkboard about how you pivot your feet differently than how he was explaining, and the benefits of that when you have a better understanding of the basics of the foot pivoting. Go ahead and make me one more wisdom check each before, or actually, in this case, make me a dexterity check before your lunch break.
Oh my god.
I'm so good at running away, you have no idea.
Oh my god.
Yasmorn, with a 6, the actual dexterity portion of the combination of the fist moving with the torso, torquing of the body and the hips, and it's a little bit off for you. Mendicus, you walk out of there just doing these perfect like pivoting things, and like you have like 5 kids like just like applauding beside you as you walk out, like, oh my goodness, he's amazing. And eventually, go ahead.
Just wait. I learned this skill when you somehow walk down any alleyway with anything valuable from begging all day. Fuck, those people are piranhas. They'll come after you, take everything you got. You gotta pivot and dodge and duck and dodge to get away from them all. And that's where I learned all these skills.
And dive?
Yeah, I forgot the 1D.
Do you have to dip? Okay, Kuzma, you go ahead and make me a survival check. At advantage, because this is nothing new to you.
Is Pavel bathing again?
Yeah, dude, I was sweating.
Pavel, you watch as Kuzma just lays in this dirt. I don't know what you're doing, Kuzma. Sorry.
Taking a dirt bath.
Kuzma, are you growing the potato around your cock or what? You're muted if you're talking.
It's potato in potato.
Ah, a little
Maybe survival is the best skill check here. It's hard to say, but yeah.
I mean, it's not animal handling, and it's definitely not nature. Or it would be nature, but you're shit at nature because nature makes... Because that's more of like...
Well, nature's all about intelligence. I'm not doing anything intelligent.
Right, you're not trying to know about it. You're just trying to be one with the potato.
Yeah, I think either survival or animal handling are the same for me.
And I mean, honestly, with a 27, this potato is on there. And it's almost like you... what's it called? It's almost like a twice-baked potato on the inside. Not that it's like warm in that sense, but it feels like it's molded around your dick and it has a little bit of give for when you get too erect. Or even if you enlarge yourself. If you were to cast enlarge on yourself like when you drank that potion from before, it probably wouldn't break this time around. It would take something extra to break this. Like seeing...
Pavel, I am done here. I hope you enjoy your bath. I said goodbye to all the plants, so nothing creepy. I'll be back. Bye.
And Alcast, what are you up to right about now? I don't even see you on the map.
Is this a place I can go to or no?
Yeah. There are a couple doors next to this the statue surrounded by candles here. But yeah, this is just kind of like a stone hill that rises just beneath this bridge that connects the two parts of the building together.
A quiet place I could pray?
It is.
Just want to pray to Ayun.
Okay. Walk me through your prayer.
It's been a while, Mother. I've heard you're not well. No. I'm not sure my purpose after waking up, but I'll do whatever I can. I don't trust Lilith, but if her information can be useful, I'll try to fulfill our deal. Maybe cleansing the library will help if it's asking a lot, or if you're too sick. If I could get the sign to help you. That's all I really got.
Yeah, give me 1 second to figure out my response.
Look, man, I'm kind of embarrassed. What do you want?
I don't know. What do you want to do this? Hey, Tosmore. When'd you get here? I shouldn't do this because you're thinking of a response.
No,
Yasmorn,
he looks at you, looks back up at the redhead in front of him and says, right after I got done fucking your mom.
I'm gonna kick his chair out from under him.
Oh,
Make an athletics check.
Oh, great.
Actually, you make it an unarmed attack, so you can just make an attack with your
sprained my ankle.
with a nat 1, you actually kick his
Girl.
chair, but he weighs so much more than you. As you weigh a buck 10, you actually knock yourself and hit your head on the wall next to you.
Hey, you're lucky this time, kid.
Please be quiet in the class. Pay attention to the lesson.
Oh, yeah, sorry, headmaster. Sensei, sir.
It's okay. Tasnorm, I expect better out of you. Pay attention.
Of course.
I said Tasnorm.
Yeah,
yeah.
Tasnorm, you stupid piece of shit.
Uh-huh.
Stop pushing me against the wall.
Hey, why does he keep looking at that guy when he says my name?
It just sounds the same, Yasmor.
I think he's just being stupid.
Hey, it's not a full moon. He's not a werewolf yet, so he seems to be full faculty right now. How tall is this kid?
Real quick, what was the athletics check for?
I'm trying to kick this kid's ass.
In the classroom?
Not like beat his ass, but just kind of show off on him.
You would ballpark him at like 5'6".
Oh, then I'm gonna fucking disguise myself as him. Right in front of his face. I'm gonna look just like him.
Alright, Yasmor, make an intelligence check. Or an investigation
Don't
check,
kick
sorry.
my ass, Yasmor! Goddamn.
Yasmor, you turn around, there's 2 Tasnorms behind you.
Fuck.
Yasmor, kick his ass, not mine. I'm the fake Tasmor.
I hit the right one.
Is that right going with the direction you're looking? Because that's me.
No, the right isn't the correct one, not you.
With a 1, are you like punching him in the face? Like how are you doing this?
I guess I'm like slightly as if like I'm handing something behind myself, bitch slapping them across the face.
As you turn around, you just PAH! Right across Mendicus's face.
Hey!
Son of a bitch.
Teacher! Teacher, he hit me!
We're already getting there. Yasmorn, does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Make me a con save. You feel your muscles lock up. Obviously, you've never felt Vaden stunning strike you before, but your body is rigid. You are pulled onto the ground, and he squats above you, this giant of a person. 7.5 feet tall, squats over top of you. We do not strike others in our class.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Of course.
This is what happens when those who strike those shouldn't. Striking is nothing more than a necessity. Nothing done for fun, nothing done out of enjoyment.
Hey, what about this fucking Posnor kid over here? He hit my head against the wall. Why didn't he get stunning strike?
Make a deception check.
Can do advantage because he's back was turned?
Sure.
Yes.
Fucking Posnor.
24 is much better. He was not struck because I did not see the strike land, though he will be punished later.
Stupid kid.
The kid doesn't even respond. He just sits there scowling up at the Goliath. Now, I got my response for you. I'm going to put it in chat. I'm going to do my best to read it the way that I want to read it, but you hear this feminine, vaguely familiar sound back in your head. Mind, Spider, find. Mind. Okay, not good. Spider, no library. Spider, make no chain of mind. Wrapped on library, lapped on mind. Need you, son. And you hear this exact phrase repeated about 4 times in your head, so it becomes kind of locked in your memory. But it just repeats over and over in your head until the word sun kind of like resonates and just kind of drifts away, as you know that it is not going to repeat itself again. And that's where we'll end the session for tonight. Alright, everybody. DM of All Natural here. Thank you again for joining us this week. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and any other podcasting location. Leave a comment, review, anything you can to help support us, because we don't pay for any advertising. And we'll be back next week with another episode.